Well, welcome to video number 3, Piano with Miss Lynda. Today we're going to talk a little bit about tempo and rhythm and feeling the beat, which is very important. You already know how to do that because I know everyone listens to music. When you listen to music, tap or clap or feel the beat. And that's what we want you to do with music. Music is not going to be just playing notes, it's music that is going to flow. And so that's very important. So we're going to start with just the rudiments of what that beat would look like. So I'm going to use a whiteboard. I'm going to bring it around and I'm going to just bring it about here. So what my first example is going to be a whole note. A whole note is an open white note. No stem. A whole note, depending upon how many beats to your measure, will be 1, 2, 3, and 4, and off. The second you'll probably see is a white face with a stem. Stem, white face. So with this, it's called a half note. The half note, say I'm counting 4, is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Or if you're doing this, 1, 2, 3, 4. So start to feel your beat. So here's your whole. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm coming down to a black note with a stem. This note value is called a quarter note. The quarter note is 1 beat. So if I have 4 beats to the measure, I'm going 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, so over here, I'm giving you examples of rests with the same value. This is a black box which will hang underneath the line, which is hanging on the line. It's a whole rest. So it's silence, just like that. If we have a half note, and it's a box above the line, like a hat. It's a half rest. Quiet, quiet. And then a quarter, just for the beat. And so, as simple as that looks, it will be extremely important to you. So here we go. I'm showing you, with music, you're going to have a treble clef, and a bass clef. You will have 5 lines, 4 spaces. As this comes together, it's called the grand staff. The treble clef is played with the right hand. The bass is played with the left hand. The bass is the lower register from your middle C down. The treble clef is middle C, upper register, up, right and left hand. So you also have, I'll put this behind, like so. You also have a line when you start to read your music. It's called a bar line. The bar line to a bar line is called a measure. So the notes that are within this measure is what's going to depend on the value of the note, how you play it. So if you have 4 beats to the measure and the quarter note receiving the beat, your notes are 1, 2, 3, 4 in that measure. You see here where I say 4, 4, 3, 4, and 2, 4. Just like a numerator and a denominator. Music is about math. Your quarter note is going to receive the bass. The top note is saying 4 beats to the measure. Again, 4 beats to the measure, and the quarter note receives the beat. Here's another example. Here is a quarter note, followed by a half note. And that will sound like, okay. So I'm preparing you to start to visualize what your music is going to look at when you start to open up your music book. The next thing that I want to do is I'm going to turn around. Again, our position is shoulders back. This is firm. This is where your energy is. Drop your hands. We are going to do from this note half a step up, half a step down. From here to the black note is called a half step. Half step down to the white note, half step. From the white note to the white note is a whole step. Very important. From this white step, half up, half step down. From here, whole. From your E to your F is a whole. From here to here, half, 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 half. The term would be chromatic. The next thing that we're going to take a listen at is what's called an interval. From this to this is a half. From this to this is a whole. So I'm going to do a whole step. From C to D is called a second. Your C hand position is the root. One whole step up is a second. One whole step up is a third. One whole step up is a fourth. And one whole step up is a fifth. Again, we're only working with 10 fingers, 5 notes. Root, second, third, fourth, and fifth. Very important. So, on this lesson today, what I wanted to show you was before we even open up our first piece of music, you now understand that you're looking at 5 lines, 4 spaces per clef, a grand staff, the value of the note value of just a whole note, a half note, and a quarter note, a whole rest, a half rest, a quarter rest. We also just discussed half steps, whole steps, and intervals. So, I think you're ready to finally open your first piano book and bring 2 hands to the keys. So looking forward to teaching you that in our next video. Bye for now.